Hello, guys. Samuel here, and we are continuing our SAP class. So, my data analysts from Data Camp, my fellow colleagues that are also in IT that are using this for their personal projects and or the companies that they're with. So, let's go ahead and reiterate. Once again, we are on the learning journey exploring SAP Business Data Cloud. And within that journey, we're in a course. The course is Exploring SAP Analytics Cloud. And now we've already finished some of the units. And let's see here. Inside of the course, there's multiple units. And we're going to come down here to Unit 4, which they have listed as practical exercise, but we're going to put it as Unit 4. Learn the story flow. Learn the story flow. And inside of our unit, normally there is sub lessons, but in this situation, there isn't. So let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to do this together. All right, clicking story flow. All right. Welcome to your practical exercise. Before we take this practical test, let's work through each task and practice the steps, yada, yada. Now, the first task we're going to do is we're going to explore, install, and launch the working capital insights in the Inside app. Task 2 is we're going to install the company code for the data product. Task 3 is we're going to enhance the company code with the data product with custom data. Now, note since May of 19th of 2025 in the Inside apps are now called intelligent applications. And in this practice and also the test, we still refer to them as Inside apps. So let's go ahead and click next. All right, once again, task 1, explore, install, and launch the working capital insights in the Inside app. And explore the working capital insights, install the working capital insights, and then launching the working capital insights. So let's go ahead and hit next. All right, we're in the SAP Business Data Cloud cockpit. Let's start by listing all the Inside apps that are available to us. Click on this option right here. So at the top left, underneath Home, you should be able to see my cursor. Now, we now see the Inside apps under the tab Available, okay? And in our system, there's only one Inside app, but typically you will see many more. As well as in Inside apps, we also see in this tab Data Packages. Now click Next to continue. Now we will explore the Working Capital Insights Inside app and select Working Capital Insights. All right. Now you can explore the contents of this Inside app before deciding to install it. Now notice the list of data products below that provides the data to this Insight app. All right, look at the data products. We have billable control, our business area, cash flow, our company code, consolidation, fiscal year, etc. Now there are 5 pages in this Insight app. And select the first page to get a preview of the working capital insights in the Inside app. All right. Now we get an idea of what is provided with the working capital insights Inside app and close the preview. There we go. Now we're going to install the working capital insights install app by clicking on the install button. Who would have ever guessed? Common sense, guys. All right, we need to choose a source that provides the data in the working capital insights. So let's select the source system. And in this option, we chose HE4. It autofilled. Now there's only one source system in our SAP BDC formation. And this is our SAP S/4HANA system. Now let's select it. Okay. Now we must select the target formation where the Inside app will be installed. All right, install location. Here we go. Now there's only one target, so select it and install. Excuse me. Now, under the status, you could notice right here, circling, notice under the status column that Inside Apps displays installing. There we go. Now, note in our landscape, the same Inside app has previously been installed to a different target, BDC formation, on the 8th of April as well. So right here, 8th of April. And in this scenario, we're installing it on the 30th of April, even though today is July 17th. But this is, of course, a demo. Now, we can ignore this version and just click Next. Now you can see that our Inside App status displays installed right here. Here we go. Click Next to continue. Well done. You have installed the Working Capital Insights Inside App. Now click Next to continue the next step where we will launch the Inside App. All right, so this is it. And launch the Working Capital Insights Inside App by clicking on the Working Capital Insights inside of Jesus. Excuse me. All right. Launch the Working Capital Insights Inside App by clicking the Open App. And at the top right, we see Uninstall. Next to that is Open App in blue. All right, so we are on, in this overview, you can see we're on page 1, the overview, and it goes to page 5. Now, the Working Capital Insights is launched by including 5 pages. The first page that appears is the Working Capital Overview. Now navigate to the next page to display the liquidity and cash information. Once again, liquidity and cash. All right, on page 2, our liquidity and cash. Now we can see our liquidity and cash page. All right, well done, guys. And you have completed task 1. And now you're going to explore, install, and launch the Inside App. So click Next. We're going to go to Task 2. All right. Task 2, install the company code data product. Now, step 1, we're going to list the data products in the accounting and financial close data package. Now, step 2, we're going to install the company code data product in the customer managed Datasphere space, customer enhancements. Now, click Next. So we're going to come up here once again to our install apps. The data products are organized in data packages. So let's take a look at the available packages again. Now we're back here again. Now accounting and financial. Now you've been here before, and when you explore the inside apps, but here is also where the available data packages are listed. Now let's find out which data products are delivered to the data package. And SAP S/4HANA accounting and financial. Here we go. All right, once again, we saw our data products. We read some of these earlier: ledger, segment, profit center, company code, etc. Now we see the data products that are delivered to the data package: SAP S/4HANA accounting and financial close data products. Now there are 23. It says right here, data products. Here's a total number: 23 objects covering all aspects of the finance data or financial data. This is where you activate the data package. Now, we already activated this data package, which means data for all of these data products is replicated to the foundation service of SAP BDC. Clicking Next to continue. All right, next, guys. Now, to install the required data product, let's jump to Datasphere with SAP BDC. Now, we logged on to the SAP Datasphere component of the SAP Business Data Cloud. Now, click Next to continue. So we're in the Datasphere now. This is a different dashboard. Now let's locate the data product company code that has already been activated as part of the data package activation. And then we will install the data product to the Datasphere space. Now start by opening the Datasphere catalog. Okay, so here's the catalog. Click search. Now here we see all the data products available to us. It's in the search, obviously. We have pre-filled company code in the search field. So click search next. There we go, company code. Now here is the company code data product. Notice the data product is active since the data package was activated in the SAP BDC cockpit. Now select company code. All right, guys, on this screen, we see lots of useful information to help us explore this data product. Click documentation to jump to where the lower part of the screen where we find the install button. All right, so clicking on documentation, and in the details area for APIs across from company code, we're seeing here install. So click to install the company code product to the Datasphere customer managed space. Click install. All right. Now, we already created a customer managed Datasphere space called custom enhancements. So let's select this one. And now that we've selected it, we're going to hit next step. Now, after confirming, you want to go ahead with the install of the data product into your Datasphere space. Click Start, Import, and Deploy. Now, the company code data product is now installed in our customer managed space in Datasphere. Now, various objects are delivered with data products, including tables, flows, and views. Click Next to continue. Well done. You have completed task 2. Now, install the company code data product. Let's finish up with the final task. Okay, continue. All right. Task 3. Enhance the company code data product with customer data. So step 1, create a graphical view to the join table company code from the data product. Now company code with the custom table cluster companies underscore companies. Cluster underscore companies. All right, step 2, check the results of the graphical view. All right, so continue. And we're going to go to Data Builder. Now combine the data product with custom data. To combine the data company code with table with custom data that we generated in the SAP Databricks, we need to create a new graphical view in our customer managed space. Now open the Data Builder in Datasphere to get started. All right, boys. Choose the new graphical view. New graphical view. There we go. All right. Now here you see all the objects in your customer managed space. This list now includes all tables that belong to the data product company code that you just installed. Okay. Now we also see custom table called cluster companies, and that was created in SAP Databricks and was shared to this space. Now, ensure you are in full screen mode before proceeding. Click on company code table to add it to the canvas. All right. There we go. The company code table is added to the canvas. Now click on the cluster companies to add it to the canvas. Okay. You are now promoted to choose the method to combine cluster companies table with company code table. Now click Choose Join. All right. The tables are now joined. All right. You can review the default settings for the join operation in Join Properties pane. In the Join Properties pane, notice the columns from the company code table are joined together with the columns from the cluster companies. All right, so right here, cluster companies, company code, right here. Now the company code column is automatically selected as the join condition. So the company code is automatically selected as the join condition. Now we will keep the default settings. All right. Now there's nothing more to do, so click on deploy. So right under generals, this little cloud, we're going to click on this cloud with an up arrow, and we need to give the view a name. Now we have pre-filled the name for you, which is clustered underscore companies underscore view, capitals in the front, and click save. All right. So under view at the top is the data viewer to display the results from the view. So let's go into the data viewer. All right, so you now see the results in the preview pane below. Now notice the x-axis and the y-axis cluster coordinates are now added to each company code. Okay, so notice the x-axis and y-axis cluster coordinates are now. All right, where's this? We could now create an SAP Analytics Cloud story on top of this data to display the clusters using a chart. Let's read that again. We could now create an SAP Analytics Cloud story on top of this data to display the clusters using a chart. Click next. All right. Congratulations, guys. You have successfully completed all of these tasks. Task 1, which is exploring, installing, and launching the Working Capital Insights app. Task 2, we were installing the company code, the data product. Task 3, to enhance the company code, the data product with custom data. Now you can repeat this practical exercise as many times as you wish, or take the practical test if you are ready. Now, after you click back to the learning journey, you can close this tab. All right, guys. So we're back to the learning. And this is it. This is what we finished, this learning flow. Learn the story flow. So that's the end of this video. I'll see you soon. We're going to do the prove your skills. Take care.